骑士队好像还没玩完呢，快要结束了。好，结束掉吧。
Every single day in order to get there.
So you also in
秀球衣哦，你唔跟他讲诶。
played with some guys who are now in the NBA.
A lot of guys. A lot of guys I played against or I've seen play. You know,
靠，2014哦。
See how everyone interacts with one another as.
It's the home of the Cavaliers here in Cleveland, Ohio, as we bring you an interconference match here. And with tip-off coming up, we've got...
Well, Kevin, LeBron...
And that's so great to hear, D.A. LeBron is a proven leader and champion, as we all know, expects to contend for a championship every year. Now that we're into the year, some teams starting to show cracks and could use an infusion of talent. How hard is it to make an in-season trade that can really have an impact on your team?
I think it's more and more difficult, Kevin, with the rules and the way that the salary cap is set up for teams really that are contending for something to go out and all of a sudden grab that one piece. It's very rare that a team can go out that's sitting on top of the standings and find that one specialist that's going to come in and make that team even better. So when that does happen, you have to really commend GMs that have done their homework and manipulated the salary cap so that there's space for that kind of player.
Complex, I agree. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Teague runs the point with Butler at his side. They're the backcourt. Wiggins at small forward with Gibson at the 4. And it's Towns in at the center locking down the middle. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Well, Towns does so many things on the floor, already an elite post scorer. But, Greg, one area that he has struggled with at times is his defense against other bigs.
And I think he'll continue to improve in that area. What happens with young guys, though, is oftentimes you're improved how good I am mode when you're young, and you lose sight of some of the things that help you win games. And I think that's one reason why he had one of the worst defensive RPMs in the entire league. But young bigs tend to take a bit longer to develop into great defenders, and I expect he will follow in that line.
And stolen by LeBron. Wade drives in.
被盖火锅。
And the length of Butler can be a real
NBA 的 PS4 玩的。
His reach, and this is a guy who can block shots from the wing.
Butler against Smith. The kick out to LeBron. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Oh, so LeBron.
2 points.
And off the schneid here, 1 of 5, but that's a big one.
A little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Here's Gibson, and it's Gibson.
That
was like a morning paper for Jeff Teague. Makes a great read and swings the ball around for a clean look at the bucket.
Love with the screen on Wiggins. James kicks to Thompson. And misses it off
Thompson
the
不会
right
中
side
距
of
离。
the rim.
The human aspect of basketball. You cannot fault the shot selection. He had a clean look. You just can't make them all.
Gets the
八站被
3-point
吃了。
And you can see that Butler is the total package. Solid at recognizing when one of his guys is open.
Wade kicks to James. The screen from Thompson. Smith for 3.
好球，接到 Smith，
Picking up the assist.
And that's from beyond, guys. Right back at you.
被电是正常的吧？哪有球队不会输的？
In return from the three-point line, looks like we're seeing similar game plans right now.
T kicks to Towns.
你看 chance，
Over Thompson.
好
Good
球
D by Thompson.
Well, the defense was right up on him, so electing to go for
等
the.
一下再来一个，好球，连续2个3分。
Well, that makes sense.
来啦，
And you look at the Cavs coach, Tyronn Lue. Brett, what stands out to you?
Well, he's got confidence. I would tell you, Kevin,
Jeff
I'd
T.
have confidence too if that number
Henry
23
Towns.
was suiting up for me.
算吗？
Every night.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim.
干嘛不用探马斯先发？
Real replay brought
我爽哟，爽哟，
Another unleash chaos.
因为我爽啊！
Excellent work by the talented people in our production truck as well.
喇叭站3分，不看老
A
师，
shot by LeBron, no good.
This doesn't seem
因为
to be
我爽哟，爽哟，
The shots are going all over the place in this period.
因为林北就是爽哟。
Wade against T. There's a good screen.
后卫掉，
Anthony Towns again. Towns has got 6 points.
And from day one, Towns has been one of the NBA's top post players. A
回波进
versatile,
攻。
well-rounded game on the low block. It doesn't hurt that he can step outside and knock down the jumper either.
Love with the screen for Thompson.
犯规
It's，going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
J.R. Smith is a straight gunner. He's just a guy who wants to shoot every time he touches the ball.
This is his first free throw of the game. That's good from J.R. Smith. So it's both teams making substitutions here.
保证剩下4名。
Just 4 seconds
给他
left
上
to
场了
play here in the first. Lawson. No good on the shot. And still a
因为这个球员档啊，都是这个记录档是以前的，所以有些球员会不太一样。
It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena.
安啊，
And LeBron James trying to will his Cavaliers.
He sat us down.
When someone like LeBron talks
海上
about
上
what
场
you need to bring to the table, you better bring it.
No doubt about that. I think if they just keep following LeBron's advice, the sky's the limit.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining.
断腿螺丝，
And what do you guys think about Minnesota here?
是啊，断腿螺丝不能跟他一起上。
How they have rotated here defensively, been able to challenge multiple shots.
And if you're rotating like that, it's got
有
to
开
be
cover
a
太
great line of communication
哦
between all 5 guys. You see that reflected on the scores, all that trust showing up with the lead.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball.
Hopper
On the court for Cleveland, Thomas is out there with Derrick Rose. Then there's Kyle Korver. Then it's Jay Crowder, and it's Zizic in at the center position.
Jamal Crawford, the guy who has won multiple Sixth Man of the Year awards, the guy that comes off the bench and provides you with some instant offense, ready to shoot, and certainly ready to shake a defender with those incredible handles.
Thomas passes to Zizic. And
Foul.
a rejection by Towns. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over.
Oh,
to David
防住了。
Aldridge.
Guys, the league may have never seen a player with more control on and off the court than LeBron James. He is a superstar, a playmaker, a coach on the floor. Some say he's the GM. He even has a stake in a player agent business.
Cover.
Oh,
she's on
one
it.
day own an NBA team. Well, he's certainly getting some practice. Kevin?
No question about it, David. He's well on his way. As important a player as we've ever seen in basketball. Jang dishes to Lawson.
Lawson，
Towns a screen on Thomas. Lawson drives in, can't connect from 13.
这些的篮板。
And for Crawford, it's a luxury to bring him off the bench.
Jamal Crawford is not a high percentage shooter, but with that volume shooting, you know he has the opportunity to impact the game, coming in and scoring and getting buckets. There are a lot of people who really enjoy watching Jamal Crawford come in, putting the ball on a string, and making scoring sometimes look easy.
Timberwolves passing it around. Lawson drives in, deflected,
oh yeah.
And Towns gets it to go. Here's Thomas coming in off a 10-point performance last game out. We've got 1:48 left now here in the second. Crowder is screen on Lawson. Thomas kicks to Rose.
Hey Rose.
好，
他不会外线。
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Here's Towns.
海滩的篮板。上腿柔是会中距离吧？
Goes back up. And another shot. Rebound Minnesota. Towns has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Crawford, no one around him. And he didn't get
上腿柔是篮板。
It's a little bit forced. No reason.
海滩哪一个？
Defense was not even in the
还是没进。
That's where I like the shot selection. The defense cannot afford to give up wide open shots, and they dodged a bullet there.
Another miss by Minnesota. Cleveland's gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. There's the screen. Thomas against Crawford. And Thomas, here we go. Rose passes to Zizic. Hangs. And the reject.
看你老师，干。
His foot movement is what makes Towns such a terrific shot blocker. He moves so well and can defend just about any position on the floor.
Thomas against Lawson. The kick out to Rose.
有了啦，3分球。
That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist. And the Cavaliers lead by 3.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction and the obvious result.
Yeah, when you fail to get over the top, more than likely that jumper is going to go down.
And a pretty tight
脚步的话，我只会2个，一个是收球转身，一个是背后的后胯部。
David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin.
不过还是可以教一下，因为有些人可能不知道。
I like our physicality. I thought we
失
came
智
out
老
started
人
the game physical.
失智老人，请关怀失智老
See
人
if they。can keep it up, T-Lou. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
MC 模式比较无聊啊，因为都是在自干而已。对不对？因为玩5对5最好玩就是战术，是比较有趣。如果是 MC 模式的话，就是一个人在那自干，就蛮无聊。
And Kenny the Jet Smith. This is the half. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. They never dug too deep a hole for themselves in the first period. The most they trailed by was 5. They had a slight edge on the scoreboard in the second quarter, but only by the slimmest of margins. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
Well, the three-point shooting was the key thus far. When you're knocking down those shots from the perimeter, it really spreads the floor. You demand respect. We'll see if they can keep it flowing in the second half.
How about you, Shaq? What'd you think about
命中率2成3。
Well, Ernie, this is definitely a big wake-up call for
them.
Their field goal
拿到了8个篮板。
And that will wrap.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway.
背身持球，这个我会，但是基本上不是很受用。在对电脑，其实基本上不是很好用。
Hey Brett, what's more important, offense or defense? Some guys are great at.
因为有时候你转不过去，你做一个假动作，电脑不会被你晃开。那你在要去做一个内线投篮的时候，反而被他弄到。
And the way that you construct that camaraderie on that end of the floor, that communication on that end of the floor, that's going to make the difference in your season.
Don't you love two-way players or guys that play hard at both ends? It's hard to do. but the guys who do it well really stand out.
Well, it's not football, Kevin. There's two sides that you have to play in basketball, and certainly the more equipped that you are to play both, the more playing time you're going to see for a coach.
Here's who Tom Thibodeau is starting the second half with. Wiggins at small forward with Gibson at the 4. Teague runs the point with Butler at his side. They're the backcourt. And it's Towns in at the 5 down low. They set the pick. The kick out to Crowder.
Crowder 3分，好球。
And the assist goes to Thomas. Crowder's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And when the D is this non-existent, it's pretty easy for shooters. Fishing with dynamite.
Towns with it. He's got 8.
Wiggins.
Towns the screen. Outside Butler. Just 5 on the clock.
JB.
Just his first attempt.
我靠，跳起来没用。
And just only so much you can do against Butler. Even in the face of intense defense, he stays
跳起来没用啊。
on that basket.
Teague against Thomas.
犯规。
And Isaiah Thomas, the 60th and final pick of the 2011 draft. Greg, he definitely plays with a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah.
而且喇叭站有准没上场。
He's driven to prove himself. I mean, he's overcome the odds. In league history, only 9 players 5'9" or shorter have played 1,000 minutes or more in a season. And he's not just playing, he's playing at the highest level.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Thompson, he's checked in for Zizic. Love comes in for Jay Crowder. James checked in for Kyle Korver. And Dwayne Wade is subbed in for Smith. Butler dishes to Jones.
Jones.
To the paint. 13 feet away. Towns, good luck. The Cavaliers leading by 4. LeBron outside. Love with the screen on Gibson. Outside Thomas. Back to James. Worky Dangs checked in for Towns. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Thomas against Jones. 5 on the clock.
球掉了。
There's a whistle and it goes on Isaiah Thomas. That's foul number 2.
一般都是晚上8、9点直播。
A minute 50 left in the third quarter of the game. Butler kicks to Wiggins.
斗鱼不是很多人直播吗？斗鱼更多人。
Gibson setting the pick for Jones. And the pass to Jang. Nice ball movement by Minnesota.
Jones.
Just 5 to shoot.
看呢，
The Cavaliers
很小啊。
is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Jones.
I love the complementary aspect of this group now. You know, you've got the young talent, but you've brought in some veteran leadership here for the Timberwolves. The duo of Wiggins and Karl Anthony Towns kind of gave the confidence to them to go out and acquire a superstar in his prime like Jimmy Butler.
Butler passes to Wiggins.
Wiggins.
Outside, Jones. The putback. Jang's got it all tied up now for the Timberwolves.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Outside Thomas. Here's James. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
有没有收好？
And the Cavaliers lead by 2. And Greg, the core of this Timberwolves team is Wiggins and Towns. And, you know, rarely do you get to see 2 number-1 overall picks team up early in their careers.
And how about back-to-back years, no less.
Gibson.
But I consider Jimmy Butler.
对啊，都瞎打比较多啦。可是还是有一些人会打的。
For the best shooting guard in our league.
好球，24秒进攻威力。
And they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot before second violation.
哦，是哦，惨不忍睹。因为有时候其实最简单的进攻方法，可能也不是战术了，可能是 isolation 会比较强一点。
Rose attacking.
好球 ，Derrick Rose。不过尽量让那个比赛看起来像真实的篮球比赛，不要每一次都是 isolation， 这样不好玩。有会玩战术的话，会对于 NBA 可以来讲会比较有趣的，因为至少你不是瞎打，因为真正打篮球也不是瞎打。对，最近我 po 出那个影片，那个 Background 21，他在线上看到人家的战术是什么，都是全部都是 isolation， 从第1节到第4节全部是 isolation， 他觉得这个很无聊，他讲的也没有错，因为他从来没有在比赛场上看到有人 isolation， 从第1节到第4节都是这样干的，从来没有人这样过。
Derrick Rose is out there with Dwayne Wade, and it's Thompson in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. LeBron kicks to Wade.
好球，低位。
A show of strength there from Dwayne Wade to muscle the shot in over the tough defense.
And you look at all the accomplishments, all the great
moments from
Wade's career. No doubt he is going to the Hall as soon as he's eligible. One of the greatest two guards to ever play.
Smith checked in for Cleveland. Minnesota also checked in. And it's shocking when you look at the numbers that Wade has had over the years. He never won an MVP award. Certainly, Greg played like an MVP in some of his seasons.
But the rest of the accolades are there for DC. All the trips to the All-Star game, the first team, all defense, the All-NBA team. Most important and his legacy are the 3 NBA titles. And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
说 Pacers 的战术哦，溜滑队的战术我倒是没有研究过，有时间看一下。
Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, during the break, I heard Tom Thibodeau as he talked with the team. He is.
直接就这样。
He told them they have to make a push right now. He said, "Look, we got to make a move, or I've got to pull."
我直接就这样给我弄起来了。我手已经举起来了呢。
He dishes it to Love. The screen from Thompson. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
这要在干嘛？我记得那个对岸啊，有一个叫什么，也是蛮会玩战术的，那个叫什么，我有点忘记了。我忘记他名字了。他有时候会教战术的。
And they're showing much more focus here in the second half, more effort as well, and their offense starting to show signs of life.
The screen from Thompson.
啊，他卡住了啊！卡住了。
Shot clock at 6. Second chance effort. Out to Wade. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth
战术
quarter
刚
now.
卡住了。
He feeds it to Love.
对，喇叭詹没跑。
The screen from Thompson. Love dishes to James.
哦，这个棒。
And the dunk by LeBron.
I admire how well Love is playing on the offensive end, realizing that one of his teammates is open.
开后门其实是最好用的，比一般的 isolation 好用。
And Gibson kicks to Crawford. Dishes to Towns. This on the play, bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
This is the kind of guy that you wake up in a cold sweat the night before you play him. Just a matchup nightmare. Tricky, confident, and he takes on all comers.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Butler's checked in.
And for a player with his size, Towns has always been very comfortable at the free throw line. And that's a good thing because he finds himself there quite a bit.
如果没机会的话，靠到他身上，有可能会制造犯规，因为这样直接出手也不会进。
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second.
LeBron James, quite simply, one of the greatest players ever
to
played the game, and it's just impossible for anybody to slow down.
这应该不会投，那是 JB 来投。然后球。
Smith outside. Wade against Butler.
I caught him.
And another miss by Cleveland. Timberwolves trail by 6. Wiggins a screen on Wade.
他就会绕出来。
T kicks to Wiggins. Gibson setting the pick for Wiggins.
啊，是呀，看还是不要绕出来。
Beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And it's obvious that Butler is a star in this league. An amazing performer. And this is a guy who lives for these moments.
Wade gets to Love. The screen from Thompson. Love the pass to LeBron.
What?
Out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Minnesota calls timeout. They're trailing by 3. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, J.R. Smith.
J.R. Smith 投3中3了。
This has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion.
结果他竟然没有 highlight。
看。But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
Towns the screen. Wiggins kicks to Butler. And James calls it down. And they go to the intentional foul.
Had to foul him on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy.
今年冠军马刺自己来变，老师信心这样嘞，干！我只能说你想太多了。
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. And the Timberwolves call time. They trail by 4. 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what do you think?
Well, I mean, if they can score, then they're going to have to foul immediately.
Well, I'm sure that's part of the discussion, not whether to foul, but maybe who.
And stolen by Love. And Smith with a clear path to the hoop. And the jam by J.R. Smith.
As soon as Wade looks up and sees his teammate all alone, simple pass, throws it ahead, uncontested jam.
We see the Cavaliers get the win here. Probably a little closer.
好久没玩骑士队了。喇叭战又有点卡卡。
That was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, what is your sense of how the team is playing at the moment?
火箭哦，改天啊，因为我有一个记录档是玩火箭。
It was working at both ends, LeBron. Thank you for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview.
对岸有一个很会玩战术的那个，忘记他名字了。
This is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.
今年的冠军应该是勇士队啊，得把阵容调一下，不是勇士，不然就是骑士啊，应该还是冠军的组合应该还是一样，还是勇士跟骑士这样。 应该是啊，不是这2队其中的一队啦，应该是这样的，应该没有例外的。篮球比赛比美国职棒大联盟好预测多了。棒球我就不敢说哪一队会拿冠军。你根本就没办法预测棒球这种东西，投打手都很重要，你知道吗？
Physical standpoint, I didn't happen to be 6'6" with long arms like he was, so I had to figure it out in a way that was formatted.
开口好了。现在的骑士队通常都是用 Kevin Love 来做5号位置，然后 Crowder 是4号 ，LeBron James 是3号。 棒球很难预测，所以我没办法预测棒球的。所以棒球比赛才没有人要抱腿啊，因为你根本不晓得哪一队会拿冠军啊，懂我意思吗？没有人会抱腿啊。你要怎么抱？5个都是先发，都是 S 级的先发，都是很强的投手，那你打击怎么办？打击也要抱，对不对？ 那、你防守也是要报。棒球这种棒球的东西比较好玩，就是因为你不晓得他哪一队会冠军。棒球比赛好玩在这个地方，超难猜，棒球最很难猜欸。你妈的5个先发抱腿抱一起，那你打击是不是也要抱？因为你有投手没打击还是输啊。McGee 最近好像没有上场。 篮球真的是非常好猜呀、篮球超好猜的，足球也很好猜，但是棒球就难猜。
Welcome everyone to Phillips Arena. We're in Atlanta, Georgia, the home of the Hawks, where we'll be broadcasting live today.
这 McGee 会深陷那个交易传闻，因为 Jordan Bell 有打出来，所以又感觉又好像不需要 McGee 上来。
Unsuccessful. The loss to Orlando in Florida. That one was real close too. They lost by just 2 points.
And offensively that night, it seemed like anytime they took 1 step forward,
they ended up taking 2
steps back.
It didn't seem, Greg, like they ever got any rhythm on the offensive end. They were in a hurry to get their shots off. Really difficult to win that way.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go.
有时候电脑的进球都让人家觉得怪怪的。
The guard handle. Inside, we got the tenacious Love and Thompson. And it's James in at the small forward spot. Here is Korver after the made shot from Dennis Schroeder. Here's Thomas. Picture perfect screenplay and the jumper's good. Thomas got his first points in this one. Partway through the season, some rookies are
那年活塞夺冠主要是靠防守，Ben Wallace 的防守。
You know, Kevin, I think this is where having the great
那5个球员都表现都还蛮平均的。
what these young guys are going through, and then they help them, right? So they understand one, nutrition becomes important, so that's part of the conversation. Getting the appropriate rest, right? You can't go burning the candle at both ends, and there's so much of a rookie's experience or young experience in the league is shaped by the veterans around them.
And where's the help? Obviously, a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Right, because otherwise you're going to give up those close range opportunities.
撞到人啊！
You allow the opposition to get into a groove. Look out!
The second effort, the kick out to LeBron.
LeBron James 3分，好，
And the assist goes to Thomas. James has got himself going there. His first points of the game.
刚才他还抢到进攻篮板，3起来。
Cleveland on defense. It's a 5-point game. Last time they met in Cleveland.
And in the last face-off against these guys, they
电脑是进这种球，看。
Just deadly from mid-range.
到底给不给完啊？
Great feel for that shot.
He dishes it to Thomas. The screen from Thompson. Back to James. Goes up off the pick. And the dunk by James.
I don't think Kevin Love gets enough credit for his ability as a screener.
其实玩习惯之后，你会觉得转播视角也蛮舒服，纯粹是个人习惯问题而已。当然防守方面，转播视角防守有难度的原因是它有死角，但是2K 视角是没有死角。
Cleveland leading by 5.
犯规。
Clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Well, you have to love the effort from Kevin Love right there on the drive. Just earns his trip to the
这个球要转进来的。
And Doris coming into the NBA
，
was centered around the basket.
超强的。
Double machine.
Well, think about this, Kev. One of 5 players in the last 3 decades to average over 15 rebounds for an entire season. He did that in 2011, and he still remains a factor on the board because he's got terrific understanding of positioning and great lower body strength.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. And the Cavaliers will go with the different.
别挺也许有机会，但是应该不可能。
Crowder comes in for James. Wade, he's checked in for Kyle Korver. And it's Rose in for Isaiah Thomas. Here's Delaney.
That's more.
Here's the screen. Now here's Bazemore.
Hey, what?
There's the foul on Jay Crowder. That is his first foul of the game.
看他自己把哭了好不好？雷霆如果说磨合，他3巨头磨合，找到自己的方式的话，我是觉得有机会啊。
It's Crowder on the wing. Bazemore grabs the miss.
And why take that contested shot? I mean, make the extra pass.
That's a head scratch. When the defense is in your grill, move the
啊靠腰罚球。
And going into last season, Kent Bazemore commanding a salary in excess of $17 million. Greg, how did an undrafted player coming off his first starting season in the league get that kind of salary?
掉到火箭迷啦。
Reflection of the market. You remember he had that huge spike in the cap. It's also a bet on his upside and work ethic. And with Bazemore, you see that the dedication to improve is there, and that's what made the Hawks comfortable with the contract.
Here's Zizic. Rose attacking. Pass to Zizic. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
刚刚不是有出去吗？啊，你老师。
Here's Liggins. A 3-pointer off the mark. Out to Smith. That will count.
Oh,
the clock hit all zeros.
Wow, what a clutch shot. He's got nerves of steel.
Woo! Got separation, lined it up perfectly, and put it right in their eye.
And so it's Cleveland. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We've got more in store for you right after this.
那时候在封馆的时候，就要随时有到 CBA 去打，表现也蛮不错的。上次去那边赚一点外快。
For me, at a younger age, I was
again just another part of the maturation process for LeBron. He's become such the consummate pro.
高国好看他 highlight， 感觉还不错。
As a rock at this point in his career, nothing rattles him, nothing throws him off his game.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. What stands out to you?
为什么倒三问题了？射到外面去。
They're not settling for outside shots, really attacking the paint.
I think that's what you've got to do, right? If the looks on the interior are there, you have got to attack.
Luke Babbitt is out there with Kent Bazemore. Then there's DeAndre Liggins. Then it's Mike Muscala, and it's Delaney in at the point guard. So that's the Hawks 5. Now here's Rose, following the miss by J.R. Smith. Dishes it to Wade. The second chance effort. Smith with the basket on the assist by Wade. Smith's got the first basket of the second quarter for the Cavs. The Hawks trail by 11. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Guys, Tristan Thompson has one of the longest consecutive games played streaks in NBA history. He said, the mind's a powerful thing, and if you tell your brain everything is all right, you'd be surprised on the stuff you can achieve. We have the mental toughness to push through our limits.
因为就算高国豪没办法打 NBA， 他也至少我觉得他去 CBA 应该表现也蛮不错，他有身手。
Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Zizic, and James subbed in for J.R. Smith. Doris, you've interviewed so many great players and coaches. What are some of the key personality traits that stars seem to share?
Yeah, I would say it's probably like somebody who's either a lawyer or a doctor, right? They're always A-type personalities.
刚刚那个战术的话是，一开始的话是先做一个挡拆，挡拆完，如果你发现没机会，你要再回给主炮球员，再做一个开后。这刚刚那战术也蛮不错的。是有两个选，第一个选的就是挡拆，第二个选的就是开后。这个战术的介绍，等过几天之后再跟大家再播给大家了。
Well, Crowder known for his defense, and you'd love to see him get high for these rejections.
好，就摘个3分。
And the Hawks traded Howard and lost Paul Millsap in short time. So the rebuild, it would appear, is on for Atlanta.
Yeah, and it seems like they feel good with how they've approached it. You know, you got to commit to turning things over and starting anew. And the Hawks have taken the first steps to building towards the future.
Oh, the former Longhorn Thompson really elevating for the rejection. Love the energy, guys.
Thompson sets the pick for LeBron. Over Prince. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
后撤步好像都不是很好用，有时候quality都不是很高。
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Schroeder. Count that one. Schroeder's got 8 points.
Amazing how he gets this one to go. Size doesn't matter.
What fearlessness, right? He likes to go at taller defenders, and he shows he has what it takes to get it done.
Now here's Wade. Thomas
wide open.
The shot's good on the assist by Wade. Isaiah Thomas. Wade's got 4 assists now tonight. Hawks have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5.
还没第2节就结束了。
Shoots a 3. Offensive rebound. Deadman. Now on the play.
我被卡篮板了。
3-point play chance.
故意让电脑抢出个篮板。
Just stays with it and gets some easy points on the putback. That's nice.
So for the Hawks, Collins comes in for Muscala, and it's Bellinelli in for Malcolm Delaney. Love's checked in for the Cavaliers. Korver comes in for Dwayne Wade. Atlanta's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And Crowder comes up to help. Crowder with the steal.
刚刚接的也不是很干净，他妈的，故意的，他妈的。
A fader.
Oh,
it's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Well, nice job.
故意让他不是接的很干净。
Right? I mean, this is his best look. He has no problem knocking it down.
那电脑故意去中断他的一个进攻的一个节奏，好让电脑可以过来协防，或者过来补防。
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Isaiah Thomas. The Atlanta shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively. Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Korver.
That shot off the mark. And so it's Cleveland with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. Got a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Mike Budenholzer. Coach, probably not the defensive effort you were hoping for thus far.
今天换麦克风应该声音还 OK 吧？
Yeah, no, our defense isn't where it needs to be. I think they're getting open looks, we're overshifting, and then we're not committing to shooters. Just not a very good defensive effort so far.
Mike, thanks very much for your time. Kevin, back.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. This big mountain of a man is it's Cleveland out on top at halftime. They lead
有一个
by
骑马射箭
Kenny, some
他这个动作在
Well, they
这
went
个
downtown and threw a
CPU 在
party.
用的时候是超准，
Unfortunately,
而且每一次都
we
是
were
打板。
all invited. The key is their shooters weren't afraid to pull the trigger on
有
open
人说玩
looks.
MC 啊，
It's a
干嘛呀？
blowout right now.
And over to the big fella. Your thoughts on the Hawks?
They were brick city and it was painful to watch. Weak shooting starts to get contagious and they were struggling all over the place. They got to work on getting more high quality chances, more layups, fewer prayers.
因为看人家打无对防比较有趣耶，不知道你们为什么会觉得 MC 模式比较有趣？不懂，不太懂。
Welcome back, folks. Always so much activity going on here in the bustling metropolis. The Hawks trailed by 14. And one of the focuses for Cavs coach Tyronn Lue has been looking to integrate Kevin Love more consistently into their offense.
Right, because Kevin Love showed in Minnesota he could be a go-to scorer. In Cleveland, he's how to figure out how to be effective as the third option. But if you're Ty Lue, you want to keep your superstars involved and engaged, Kev.
The two stars, LeBron and Love, making up the forward positions.
不是这样的吧
The guard tandem, and it's Thompson in at the 5 down low. There's the 3, and it's Schroeder missing.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
And it's Love missing.
我想要切进去了。
Thomas against Schroeder. It's Prince on the wing. Atlanta working now with the new shot clock. Dedmon's shot is off.
电脑是真敢投
Ugly start to the second half. They missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
Thompson, a screen on Schroeder. Thompson right side. And it's out of bounds to the Cavaliers as Cleveland retains possession. And looking back at last season, here's a look at the 3-point and 2-point shot attempt averages for the Cavaliers.
And they really based almost their entire offense around the 3-point shot. Spread the floor, space the defense, and if the deep shots aren't falling, at least it should open things up inside.
Timeout.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Time called here.
关键是基本招数。
Yours is a former guard. You know how much energy it takes to run a team and think a game as well as score. I mean, there's a lot on your plate at that position. What backcourt guys get an advantage of playing with a consistently high motor?
Well, Russell Westbrook, in addition to his ferocity, seems to be able to sustain his level of energy across a 48-minute game. I feel like the guy never gets a rest, so he's one high motor guy. I'll tell you a guy who doesn't do it the same way, but still it's required that he has a level of endurance that maybe would shock people, is James Harden. Like, the guy has the basketball in his hands. He's #1 priority in terms of the defensive scout. So Russell Westbrook and James Harden, though they go about the job differently, both are phenomenal at having a great endurance and having the ball so much.
With some art, Prince's shot is good. Prince has got his first bucket of the night.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Thomas kicks to Wade. Thomas a screen. At the top of the key, Thompson. Outside Thomas. Shot clock at 6. And there's the rebound by Dedmon. Dedmon's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And Liggins kicks to Muscala.
Hey!
It's stolen.
Foul.
Here's Liggins. Wade is covered.
下手下得太快了吧
It's Delaney. No good on the triple. The Cavaliers leading by 14. Here's Thomas. Got a hand on it. Second change shot. Here's Liggins. Wade is covering. And Liggins kicks to Prince. The Hawks again can't hit.
Well, there's no consistency from the field in this quarter. We'll see if he can get his shot going.
Here's Wade. The rebound.
哎，怎么铁啊？哎呦！
It's some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
铁匠，安娜。
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Another miss by Prince.
Struggling to make shots this quarter and making it hard to catch up.
Now here's Thomas. He's got 7, and there's the foul. It's on Dwayne Dedmon.
拦网哦，我懒得按呢，因为我懒。
Here's Rose.
懒得再按，因为你要去编那个战术就很懒，不是不玩是懒得玩。我蛮想玩篮网的，但是还要再编那个战术，真的有够累的。Anthony Towns 还蛮喜欢的。
Head coach Mike Budenholzer is mic'd up along the sideline. Let's check it out.
Let's be the one that just plays harder. Keep playing.
也开始，比赛应该是结束了。
See what happens here in the fourth. The Cavaliers leading by 14. Schroeder and Bellinelli team up in the backcourt. Kent Bazemore is out there with Luke Bennett, and it's Collins in at the 5 spot. So that's the Hawks 5. Corver kicks to Rose. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rose. And the Cavaliers will go with the Channing Fries checked in for Zizic. Love comes in for
Jefferson 现在已经到金块了，这个是旧的名单。
And Thomas subbed in for Derrick Rose. Here's Schroeder, and he goes in for the dunk.
Sometimes when you want something done, you got to do it yourself. That dunks the shot in the arm they need to really cut into that lead.
Well, Greg, it certainly got everybody on their bench up and off their seats and cheering.
Throwing it down automatically energizes the whole team, and that can be a huge shift in momentum.
The Hawks trail by 14. Bazemore passes to Schroeder. He feeds it to Collins. Back to Schroeder. To the wing right side. Abbott misses off the left iron. Cleveland's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Jefferson's shot is off.
And on an open look
这 Jefferson 的投篮姿势也很低调哎，你看，超难按的。
Schroeder against Thomas. Fires
我感觉跳下去啊。
That doesn't go either for Schroeder. Cleveland leading by 14. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Screen by Jefferson. Outside Corver. 5 to shoot. And he lays it straight in.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, really good awareness by the scorer. You're seeing an opening in the defense and exploiting it beautifully.
And now, time called here. The Hawks
有
decide
些
to
人
talk it
的
over.
姿势真的很避调，又很久，因为后弗那个也很久。 Jefferson 也是很久，有点久。地起来弄个避调，因为后弗这最难用。他妈出手还会拉杆的。偷跑啦！哎，偷跑成功。好球。 偷跑成功啊！
Could be the dagger. Not enough time to completely erase this deficit.
Well, Greg, it's going to be tough. That's for sure. A shot like that has to devastate the other team.
There's a good screen. Teardrop shot, and the layup is good.
全部都是
4
德国 round 都在得分。
Cavaliers leading by
看20分里面他得了14分，干嘛的？你看吧吧。
126 left in the fourth. The drive by James. And there's Love. That's good on the assist by LeBron.
其他人根本就没有得分，只有他得分而已。好惨。只是要帮他包起来的意思。如果他只有他得分的话。
It just seemed to pay off.
啊，许 A 啊，他看。
Push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season.
And they cap off the season series with one more win.
像 Marion 啊，因为像 Marion 很早退休啊，那最近又没玩 MT， 所以不晓得。以我的之前的印象，应该是还好。
Boy, whatever was needed, he provided it.
是可以接受的，
Jack of all trades.
可以接受。
Big bucket on one end, big defensive play on the other. I thought his influence was felt all over the floor.
Prince's shot is good.
And finally finding a rhythm, but unfortunately a little too late.
Well, you wonder if they can use the momentum they've built here into the next game because this one looks over.
Korver dishes to Rose. To the middle. Pulls up on the elbow. No good off the back of the rim. And Atlanta has possession. They trail by 16. And Bellinelli kicks to Collins. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Love the low post attack on that one.
And Cleveland can just let the clock run down here. And here's Rose. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here.
所以说这个记录档是旧的，所以他现在他那时候还没跑。
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up.
我讲完你无听到。
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Hey, LeBron, congrats on the win. What do you think made the difference tonight?
Defense. We made our mark defensively. We understand that for the long term, we have to defend at a high level. We've been doing that.
你们今天这场比赛有什么不一样的防守？防守做比较好。
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Owen, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K
当场最有价值球员，把它摆在那个第4节还没结束的尾巴的时候，有的时候他这个东西会跳过。 像刚刚这一场比赛，最有价值球员就被跳过了，还蛮囧的。我买了 PS4 Pro， 结果它给 HDMI 线用了没讯号。它好像有时候它附的那个线啊是有问题，因为之前好像有人有类似的状况发生，所以当你发现没有讯号，就换一条看看，因为有时候它可能没跑，讯号可能会跑出来。 要穿黑色的是，可能会是白色的。怎么会有这一件呢 ？The Land 新的嘞，他就要穿深色的。这件是新的是。 他更新了啦，他把新的那个加上去。
And for our viewers at home who want to accomplish their dreams one day, one piece of advice you would give to them?
Always realize your potential. Anything that you want to accomplish comes with a lot of hard work, even more patience.
Perfect. Congratulations again, of course, on your career and
Thank you.
Also becoming a 2K cover athlete.
I'm
joining
excited.
the family.
Yes, man. Thank you, Rachel. I appreciate it.
High five.
Yes.
出赛机跟 Pro 除了差在硬体方面不一样，它有些游戏的话，可能在 Pro 方面会跑得比较顺一点。如果是初代机的话，跑起来可能会比较辛苦。以效能来说是这样，画质的话，其实基本上能够开，Pro 可以开 HD 啊，可是基本上你如果不是写轮眼的话，应该是没什么差别。但是一个游戏最重要的不是画质啊，应该是游戏性。游戏性好，基本上画质差一点其实是没差的。我个人觉得游戏性还比画面还要重要。那 Pro 的话，Pro 的内建的直播可以直播 1080p 60 fps 的直播画面。那这个是限定于说 YouTube， 如果是 Twitch 应该因为 Twitch 它会锁，它就是会看人。如果是大咖的实况组，基本上你只能播720而已。或者是有跟 Twitch 合作。要跟 Twitch 合作，基本上一定要上万人的订阅，或者是你开台至少要上千的人同时观看，才有机会有这样的权限。OK 的话，初代机就已经很够了，不用再弄这些微博。
Well, the fans out there watching this, Kev, can you talk about why it's so incredibly difficult to win an NBA title, to become a champion?
这是新的球衣的。
Well, just imagine having a goal and you're not pursuing a goal by yourself. Say you and somebody else.
Relying on somebody else.
Relying on somebody else. Okay. So let's just say you and someone are doing something to walking up a hill. Y'all get ready to go walk up a hill. Well, the speed in which you want to walk at might be different from the other person. And what you realize about when you're trying to reach any goal is that you have to be connected.
That's Thomas.
We're going to walk up it together like at this speed, like this. Or we're going fast, we're going slow. It has to be a great level of communication and understanding.
Irving 的新版的球鞋已经出了。
Because you have to understand we're together. And you don't get to go at this level and leave someone behind. You have to actually, you got to pull them, you got to keep up, whatever it is. All this goes into trying to win.
It sure does. That's right. And look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Thomas and Smith teaming up in the backcourt. Inside, we got the tenacious Love and Thompson. And it's James. And out of bounds, the Cavaliers will take it. Kevin, especially back in Minnesota, you have some Hall of Fame battles with a guy named Tim Duncan. Talk about what those matchups were.
Russia.
Timmy, man. Timmy's very crafty, man.
Bravo! Russia was bravo.
Especially as young guys, man. Young guys trying to establish themselves in a gritty league at the time, full of some older dominant names at the time. Michael Jordan, Elijah Malone. You know, the time where the forward position was a very, very tough position. Timmy,
我进5连败啊，
运
气问题而已嘛。
Was very long, had a lot of counters, very strong, and had an inner beast that people really didn't really
防到，靠腰。
See it, but man, he was one of the best, man. It's not by coincidence. He's one of the ones.
所以Irving最新的球衣下面还有点那个火焰的那个感觉，不知道怎么形容。不过我是不会买。
First 130 go on in the first quarter. Kevin, one of the biggest moments of your career, the 2008 championship with the Boston Celtics. Talk about the camaraderie among that group of players.
You know, Kev, I could tell right away that we had something special getting together right in September, right before the year started. We started working out together. We started sharing concepts and how we saw the game.
Call ya.
Right away, I could tell that the appetite was there. 1 through 15 guys. It's very rare that you're able to get.
抄到球了，哎呀，球都捡起来了。
As soon as Danny, signed guys, we were in, we were lifting, we was just around each other, understanding each other, playing a lot. We was playing a lot. Then, fortunately, we was able to go off to Rome that year. Rome was a good distraction for us because we had to lean on one another.
Bond a little bit.
Seriously, because
Ron James,
we spoke Italian.
You know, if we wanted to go somewhere, we was always 3-4.
对啊，这套穿的是新的，
No one was asking, and
新
no
版
one
的
was。telling us to be with each other. We were just naturally being with each other so much that whenever you saw us to the restaurants, 9, 10 of us, that carried over to practice. Then we got 2 teams that are very competitive. Doc's letting us be who we want to be, and he letting us play with passion, and our practices are over the top, aggressive, and to the point where it's too competitive to where he has to come in and separates us and, you know, take the balls and cut the lights out and get us out of here. To the point where he just lets us start bringing concepts to him. He start
以前会买，现在不会了。现在会买球鞋都是一些外出再搭配的球鞋而已。一般篮球鞋已经不会再买。
As good as LeBron is at drawing fouls, still only a career 75% free throw shooter. Boy, what if he could raise that average?
And a whole new group out on the floor for these
断腿都是上场。
And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Zizic is checked in for Tristan Thompson. Crowder comes in for Kevin Love. Wade, he's checked in for Smith. And it's Rose in for Thomas. And it's Brown missing.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the 2-man game creates a terrific.
哦，好球！看啊，玻璃吧，因为他切进来的时候旁边有人，看你也没认得。 MTS 不是应该没有在那个吧
Their last encounter was in Boston, where they were able to handle the Celtics.
And in the last face-off against these guys, they enjoyed a huge advantage in free throw percentage.
When you defend a good mid-range shooter, this is how you contest without foul.
Kicks it to Morris. Now the pass to Rozier. 11 seconds left to play in the first quarter. There's Brown with the 3. The offensive rebound. Rose with the block. Here's LeBron. That misses, but it counted had it gone in. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Cavaliers ahead, leading by 4. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in... And we got a chance to hear from LeBron James about the hard work and preparation he brings into every game.
Go back and I'm able to read the scouting report, you know, and also when I get to the arena, I also watch more film on each and every guy that's going to be playing.
不当哦，刚才从上面跳下来就不到30。
Matched up against, you know.
I think you'd have to say the preparation really shows on the court in his play, and rarely does he look surprised out there or caught off guard.
And Kevin, that's really just the mark of a total pro. And I don't think oftentimes the fans appreciate how much goes in terms of preparation. Some guys get it, and some guys don't. But he's a perfect example of what proper preparation means in terms of preventing a poor performance.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And from what we've seen from the Cavaliers, what do you
think?
A huge fan of how they have been able to challenge multiple shots.
Yeah, it's been the defense that has them out in front. But let's see if they can sustain their intensity.
We've got Brown. Rozier's out there with Ellis. And it's Marcus Morris. And it's Baines in at the 5. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. 8 on the wing. The pick. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season.
The three-point shot was a huge part of their game plan. When it was falling, it made them very hard to defend. Opponents were stretched out all over the place.
There have been seasons where Wade has averaged over 10 free throws a game. He knows how to get to the line.
Rozier kicks to Morris. Over in the corner, Ellis. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. He was all alone on that one. Kevin, with intentional fouling, with poor free throw shooters being sent to the line currently, the Hacka Drummond, Hacka Shaq, I mean, all this stuff, Hacka DeAndre Jordan. What are your thoughts on all that?
You know what? I like it.
You know what it's going to do? It's going to put the strategy.
A cover. Oh, just something.
You know what you got to do? It's going to make all those guys you just named work on their free throw. Because if any advantage
这个战术啊，
are going to expose it.
在去年就已经播给大家了。
As any sport and as any great is going to expose any weaknesses in defenses, he's going to look to expose those things. So this is one of the things that dictates the game, and these guys are going to have to be better. It's going to push them. It's going to make them better players.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Oh,就don't wait.
Celtics coach Brad Stevens is known for getting the best out of his players. He said every NBA player has an elite strength. Some of them have 10 of them. Those guys are the very best in the league, right? But every one of them is here for a reason. And there are times when you can really soar with that.
我发现LeBron James上场时间很少。
That's why Stevens is already one of the best coaches in the league, David. You've talked about him for a long time, getting maximum results from every one of his players. Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Zizic. Love comes in for Kyle Korver. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for Rose. Poked away.
好球。
Oh, here we go now. Crowder's got it, the fast break chance.
那柯林啦！ 哎
Now Boston takes it the other way. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Yeah, and some nights, you know, the starters carry the load, and then there's others when it's about the bench. That night, the bench won out.
Sometimes when you go to your second unit, sometimes the offense.
他明明就完全就已经闪过去了，看还想干嘛？还想怎样啊？
Thomas goes in. Thompson and Thompson throws it down.
电脑到底还想怎样啊？这样不是已经缓过去了？他只差把球给放进去而已啊！到底还想怎样啊？电脑。
The great, the champion, Kevin Garnett. Wow, it's such a pleasure to have Kevin Garnett with us. Steve, he looks like he hasn't changed a bit, like he could go out there now and still play.
I totally agree. He's one of those guys that stayed in phenomenal shape. He played. I mean, his impact on the game from the one position all the way to the four, he was a handful.
44 seconds left in the first half of the game. Thomas with the ball. 9-point game his last outing. Thomas a screen. Thompson outside. Oh, wide open look from
Oh, to Kevin Love.
Coming off the assist from Thompson. And the Cavaliers lead by 8.
His coaches used to tell him not to shoot threes. Those days are gone for Kevin Love.
Here's Irving. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
笔电哦，看你的笔电是什么用途啊？
Boston shooting their second and third shots.
一般的笔电的用途应该是除了做报告或者是跑程式用的。如果是这样的话，比较注重应该是所谓 CPU 的速度而已。除非你妈拿玩电动，那个更不用，那我都不知道了。
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving.
I'll tell you this, if Kyrie can just stay healthy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish in this league.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Outside Thomas. Back to LeBron. Outside for Thomas. 3 seconds left. And the Cavaliers getting another bucket right there.
The facilitator, LeBron sees the entire floor. If you're open, you know what? He'll find you.
我记得我那时候在念研究所的时候也是买一台笔电，我能够买18000而已，因为那种笔电只是为了要做一个文书处理或者是跑程式用而已。所以那时候就是买最便宜的，好像是 HP 的惠普的。 我那台现在已经坏掉了，很久了。本来是电池坏掉，然后最后是整台根本开不了机。
Welcome back, everybody. It's the halftime
哇，
show.
里面很多迷片都在里面
Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith, and the first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. They saw their lead grow to a high water mark of 5 in the period. For the Cavaliers, what'd you think, Shaq, about Cleveland?
You got to like their offense efficiency. They were patient, took good shots. That was reflected in their high field goal percentage. They just need to keep playing smart in the second half and close this thing out. Don't get cute now.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about Boston?
Well, they shot under 40% in the first half. There's your deficit. They missed some open. But overall, I thought the offense was stagnant. Look for their coach to draw up some specific plays to try to jumpstart them in the second half.
And now the third quarter has to get going. The Cavaliers leading by 8. And the Cleveland Cavaliers unable to defend their 2016 title, Steve, but hungry to return to the NBA Finals once again.
You know, the pressure, Kevin, to capitalize on their window. LeBron James turning 33 this season. An aging supporting cast. It won't get any easier.
All fielded up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court for Cleveland. Smith is the 2 with LeBron at the 3.
LeBron James.
Inside we got the tenacious Love and Thompson.
哎，他把肩膀给挑开啦，不然你个气啊吗
And here's Hayward. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Count the basket.
Yeah, and he can really take his game
这
outside
个球我也
when
是
he
进，
wants
也
to.
是被进的莫名其
Plenty
妙。
of range to go along with all that work he does on the interior.
我们在或者稍微逮鸡，看。
Hayward against LeBron. It's a pick by Love, and there's the feed to Smith. Good, and the assist goes to James. Smith's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Celtics trail by 11. Now a timeout called by Boston.
And you look back to that big 3 era in Boston. You know, the Celtics have not been shy about aggressively trading to reshape this roster. You know, they've made a rapid rebuild that's really the envy of a lot of teams around our league.
Some changes for Boston. Marcus Morris comes in for Tatum, and it's Brown in for Smart. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Rose is checked in for Thomas.
The defense is there, but Kyrie with the quick release.
Rose passes to Smith. Back to Rose.
There's Rose.
Off the screen, and Horford pulls it down. And as aggressive as the Celtics have been, Greg, they've also shown patience, haven't they?
Yeah, and in some ways, maybe a victim of their own success. You come out on the winning end of your trades time and again. Other GMs don't want to look bad. They get hesitant, possibly, and don't want to add their name to that list.
The kick out to Rose. Smith for 3.
Oh, so take the 3
for Cleveland.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Irving dishes to Brown. Horford with the screen on Smith. Here's Brown. And against the ball after coming off the pick. Brown's got 5.
I love how assured Brown looks taking these shots. His mid-range game is on point. He's squaring up like that.
Rose against Irving. Rose kicks to Love. That 3 off the mark. And there's the call on James. That's his first foul. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Boston. Ellis comes in for Gordon Hayward. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Zizic is checked in for Tristan Thompson. Crowder comes in for Kevin Love. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for James. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Smith. Brown the pass to Baines. No good off the front iron.
Well, if you're the coach, you're frustrated right now. That's exactly the look you're trying to get on offense.
Wade outside. Right side Korver. Back to Wade. Clock at 6. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wade.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Tatum, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Irving. Isaiah Thomas is checked in for Cleveland. Rozier kicks to Brown. Morris a screen. Pass to Rozier. Brown against Korver, 14 feet away. Korver with the defensive effort.
He's being aggressive, trying to turn around the team's fortunes, but he's having a hard time executing.
Back to Thomas. Here's Zizic. No good trying to beat the buzzer. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers going into the break with a 10-point lead. And you have to credit their defense for the job they've been doing against Irving. Kyrie's been almost invisible out there, and we don't say that very often. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And meanwhile, Coach Brad Stevens talking to his team.
Pace of play is a big part of tonight, okay?
刚刚说 Monte Ellis 也是队的看板人物。
Just 1 quarter left in regulation. Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Celtics trail by 10. Smart and Brown outside on the wings. Marcus Morris is out there with Tatum, and it's Rozier in the point. That's the Boston 5.
Rozier.
Morris a screen. There's Brown with the 3, and the foul on Marcus Smart. That's his first foul. Boston making a switch here. Horford's checked in, and Cleveland also making a change. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Kyle Korver. Outside Thomas. Lets it fly. And there's Dwayne Wade on the assist by Thomas. Wade's got the lead up to 12 now for Cleveland. Boston shooting a lackluster 38% for the game. Speaking of those players, you worry that if they hit a couple in a row, they begin to heat up, and then they get in that microwave category where they can heat up in a hurry and watch out.
Those guys, Klay Thompson, Kyrie Irving, J.R. Smith, Jamal Crawford, Kyle Korver, those guys, when they get on the roll, they keep going over and over and over. Steph Curry, there's a list goes on and on, Kevin. I love watching when they get hot.
Irving with a clean look. Good, and Smart gets the assist. 11 points for Kyrie Irving.
I mean, Kyrie, too pure of a shooter to let him catch and shoot with that much space.
Now Thomas. At the top of the key, Thompson. Inside, here's Crowder. To set up the lay-in.
Great eye contact. Guys working in tandem in the paint.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Now a timeout called by Boston.
And when you look at Jay Crowder, he kind of bridges that gap between role player / star player. The numbers might not wow you, but his tough play at both ends of the court is extremely.
其实足球还蛮好玩的，我要再练习一下，很久没玩。
Then for the Cavaliers, James checked in
因
for
为
Jay
我也是屌
Crowder,
逼啊，
and J.R. Smith
玩足球也是
subbed
屌
in
逼
for
的。
Dwayne Wade. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
很久没玩，要再练习一下。
Brad Stevens had to say to his team. He is not pleased. He told them they have to make a push right now. He said, look, we got to make a move, or I've got to pull the plug. Pretty blunt stuff, Kevin.
Hey.
Not as good. The Cavaliers lead cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Kyrie Irving. And Greg, wouldn't you agree? Crowder clearly one of the best defending.
Without question. I mean, this guy guards 3 positions every night. And the combination of strength, quick feet, and then the quick hands make him a problem.
对，换麦啊，看有没有比较清楚啊？没有比较清楚啊？这声音听起来更靠北。那如果声音听起来更靠北，那就好了，达成我的目的了。
Against Irving. And the officials call violation.
And you don't need the big play. Right now, you just need the smart one.
This is what desperation can do. You
是被喇叭詹
start to
传
play
染的
outside
是
of yourself, making a bad situation worse.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth.
喇叭詹看你啊，打完光临北走步。
Smith wide open. He fires. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And so just rolling to the finish in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Cleveland.
The coaching staff must be happy that they controlled their turnovers so well in this game.
Excellent self-control and patience tonight.
And so checking out their season record, this game will become their 45th win.
They were really smart in the use of that game plan tonight. Used it in their first 2 games against this team, which equal to 2 wins.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Tristan Thompson.
He came out and let everyone know that points would be hard to come by.
Hey!
The way he swatted away shots and protected the rim. Full speed ahead. I mean, they have been in control since the opening tip, and that may have sealed the deal.
Yes, and you're watching. Even this late in the game, they're still making plays. You got to love watching it.
And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Crowder, he's checked in for Love. Jefferson comes in for James. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for J.R. Smith. And it's Rose in for Thomas.
Well, Tristan Thompson, the only player I've heard of to switch his shooting for free throws midway through his career. He's basically ambidextrous, so why not give it a try?
Here's Hayward. Basket good.
And you got to like that they are competing all the way through. Try and maybe build some momentum going into the next one.
Because the execution was not there tonight. That's something they can use this time to work on.
Korver with it. Now defended by Hayward. The screen from Thompson. Rose, that's good.
And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
Well, this is less about winning the game now and more about making a bold statement.
Smart kicks to Irving.
Oh, God, I got to
gets the assist.
I mean, the defense is struggling to contain Kyrie. He is having his way.
Now here's Rose. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Tristan, congrats on the win. What was Coach's focus going into the game tonight?
Coach got after us, told us to start, we got to play defense. Just can't come in here and just let them make a score opportunity. We got to play defense and get back.
Well, it looks like you listened to him. Thanks, Tristan. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.
还剩下几场啊？就可以打完了。还剩下20几场，46、15场，剩下20几场。那雷霆队穿新的球衣。
Joining us in the 2K TV lounge, we have Robbie, which means it's time to talk some My Team.
Let's do it.
Let's jump in with the basics. You get into my team, what's the first thing that our viewers need to do?
You're going to start with warm-up challenges. Those are the easiest ways to just hop into the game after you open your starter pack. You can see that I've completed the first one here, but you complete 5, you get a nice little reward. You get a gold player right away. And you can see on your road to earning some better players and doing some better things in the game.
And helps you get the swing of things in the process.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the point of my team is to collect these players.
Yep.
And make a great team.
Yeah, you absolutely collect a lot of cards throughout the
God.
season. If you're invested in the mode, it's going to invest back in you because the more that you
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Live from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, 2K Sports proudly brings you the Thunder at the Peak at the Chesapeake Energy Arena. Alongside Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan, the 4th member of our crew. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. Looking at the last game for the Cleveland Cavaliers, it was a win against the Celtics.
Away from home, you got to execute, and they did that flawlessly.
Yeah, and they also controlled the pace of the game for most.
And we've got
Well, guys, look, the return of LeBron James to Cleveland has become one of the best redemptive stories of the last decade.
Thanks to Ye, and it's crucial that Cleveland keeps LeBron happy. One of the greatest players to ever play the game. And both these teams come into this game with a lot of confidence, Chris. They're playing excellent basketball right now.
Yeah, and teams like this will usually tell you they can circle this game on their calendar or this isn't a big game. I'm going to tell you as a player, they're lying. They've been watching each other all year. They can't wait for this game, and we're about to see both teams play their best.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. Smith is the 2 with LeBron at the 3. Inside, we got the tenacious Love and Thompson, and it's Thomas in at the point. Here's Thompson. Shoots over Adams. Thompson misses. Cavaliers on D. Last time they met in Cleveland.
You're going to win a lot of games when you can shoot the 3 ball the way they did in that one.
Oh, yeah, once they started hitting, it was like an avalanche.
Whoa.
Extended farther than farther.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
A lot of times your defense is your offense is your defense. This is poor decision making right here. You can't let them have that shot. Also might have been a lack of
good on the triple.
Well, we all know Love has a lethal outside shot. You got to get up on him.
George passes to Westbrook. To the middle. Here's Adams. Stolen by Thompson. Love outside. It's a pick by Love. Lets it go.
LeBron James 不是用这招吗？ 这比赛不是常常用这招。
That's a shot he has to continue to take.
He gets that one.
That's his mindset. Attack, attack, attack whenever possible.
The screen from Thompson. On the wing, James. Love with the screen on Anthony. James against Anthony. There's Thomas at the 3. LeBron at the bucket. LeBron's got his first points of the night.
Oh, you got to remember to box out James. He's always lurking, doing his best to come up with offensive rebounds.
Anthony kicks to Westbrook. Back to Anthony. A three-pointer, no good.
You can't fault him for taking the three when he's that wide open. You can't pass that shot up.
And beyond his ability to shine on the basketball floor, you have to commend Carmelo Anthony's effort, Greg, to get NBA players and other athletes more involved in making the world a better place.
Yeah, there's still a lot of work to be done, but guys like Melo see what is beyond the world of basketball. He's spoken out as well as done the legwork of being active in his communities. And a lot of charity work for Melo. It's just nice to see the maturation process play out.
Westbrook against Thomas. 5 on the clock. It's deflected. Outside Westbrook. .52 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Adams sets the pick for Anthony. And here's Westbrook from the arc. And it's Westbrook again missing. Love against Anthony. Smith kicks to Love. Hey. And that time. Adams, some nice D. Oklahoma City's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Adams with the screen on LeBron. Anthony dishes to George. Moves back up. And that's collected by Love. Love's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And that's the final possession with the nice defense right there. And a closely contested grit and grind first quarter comes to a close. Cavaliers lead by 1. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And of course, as we've always seen with LeBron James, is
I put all the pressure on me to be better.
Well, that there is straight talk from a man who does not pretend. LeBron James with a textbook example of how to take responsibility and lead.
And Kevin, that's why he is the king. He doesn't say, hey, I'm just one of the 5 guys. No, he knows who he is and what he has to do. Bottom line, he's the man. Climb on my shoulders, and I'm going to take you to the promised land.
And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
Playing smart in this first period. Credit their unselfish play.
Always a good strategy. Get as many people involved as you can early on.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for Cleveland, they've got Dwayne Wade. Kyle Korver is out there with Jay Crumb. Then there's Derrick Rose. And it's Zizic into the 5. Wade kicks to Rose. Outside Korver. And the officials call traveling violation. And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season for Oklahoma City.
And they really based almost their entire offense around the three-point shot. Spread the floor, space the defense, and if the deep shots aren't falling, at least it should open things up inside.
Azealia screen. Here's Patterson. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Cavaliers leading.
And you look at Ante Zizic, the forgotten player in the big trade, a young center, legit size and strength, and he also played under David Blatt, the former Cavs coach in Europe.
Korver against George. It's hauled in by Dwayne Wade. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Here's Rose. Shot is good, making a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And Zizic has a lot of upside. One reason he was desired so much in the trade. Croatian, part of that golden generation, drafted 23rd overall in that 2016 draft, but ended up staying overseas.
Outside, George. It's off his foot, and the official saying it
他
was
踢的吧？怎么会是我踢的啊？
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Goes up with the stripe, and Wade sends it back.
Look at the reach of Wade. He's exceptional at rising up and slapping shots.
1:53 left now here in the second. And here's Rose. Averages about 5 points a game. They set the screen. He dishes it to Wade. Clock at 6. And he converts the layup. Wade's got the lead back up to 5 now for the Cavs.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
No one near Felton as he lets it go. Azili, and good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Azili's got 4 points in the quarter.
丁明勋还在哦，看，丁明不看的，看。
Outside Corver, 3-pointer. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Trying to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
And I feel like the defense was one step behind all night. I mean, they never made the adjustments to string together a few stops.
And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Adams, he's checked in for Festus Ezeli. Anthony comes in for Patrick Patterson. Andre Robertson, he's checked in for George. And Russell Westbrook has subbed in for Alex Abrinas. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Thompson, he's checked in for Zizic. Evan Love comes in for Crowder. James checked in for Kyle Korver. And Thomas subbed in for Rose. It's a pick by Love. Here's Thomas. And Adams sends it back. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. The Cavaliers have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. The 3 from LeBron. Shot clock reset for Cleveland. Thomas with the ball. We saw him with 10 points last game.
Sean Robertson, that's it.
Back to Love. Another shot, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And the first half comes to a...
Kevin, thanks. Kyle, tough time getting shots to fall in the first half. How do you get back on track offensively?
Oh, we just got to keep on moving, keep on playing with the pass. And we got good energy. We're just not really making any shots. So we're playing pretty good defense. We just got to knock down some shots.
We'll see if we can get it done in the second half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, y'all. Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Welcome. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end of the period with just a 1-point lead. They battled hard in the second quarter, and it was reflected on the scoreboard. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
Well, their reserves showed up tonight. Not just on hustle plays, but in points. And that's what you got to do coming off the bench to maximize your minutes.
And, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Thunder.
Scoring in the paint, that's an area where they can improve. With the defense sagging in, they settle for a lot of jump shots in the first half. Coming out of the break, I think it'll be better running off pick and rolls, hitting cutters, moving.
Welcome back to Oklahoma City, everyone. You can see Chesapeake Energy Arena. There are a lot of players who seemingly have ice in their veins when the game is on the line. They do not blink. When you think about those kind of players, who might be the most mentally tough in the league right now?
Well, it's so hard to tell who really is mentally tough because you don't know what these guys are thinking. But I know who looks like just cold stone just merciless players out there, and that's Kawhi Leonard. You never know. You know, Kawhi is a nice guy, but you know he'll shoot a shot that'll end the game and then just give you such a cold look. And I think Isaiah Thomas is that way. I think so many players, of course, LeBron, Curry have been that way their whole career, but Kawhi Leonard seems to be that next coming of icing his veins.
Westbrook and Robertson are the backcourt pair. Steven Adams is out there with Anthony.
哦，受到连中杠还可以进啊！
Small forward.
不是两
That's
球
the lineup out there for the Thunder. Thunder trailing by 8.
这太远了吧
Thompson with the rebound.
The truth is, though he misses that one, it's a shot he normally makes.
That's not a lot. He has the skills to do it. We've seen that, but you still like to work for something closer.
刚接到球，马上就要投篮，因为球好远。
They set the pick. Adams, the pass to George. Back to Adams. That ball's nice feed that time from George. Adams has got his first basket of the night.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Thomas dishes to Love. Thomas a screen. Love kicks to James. The pass to Smith. Off target with his 3.
Missed there, but still a very impressive start to this half after connecting on 3 straight field goals.
And the rejection by Love.
Oh, it's great seeing Love take his defense seriously. Definitely.
And Tristan Thompson in the middle, a player, Greg, who understands his role.
He just plays hard and does the little things. Defense, rebounding, energy. When he's blocking shots and protecting the rim, he is one of the best bigs in our league.
7几而已，7几80出了，基本上比较不适合用3分球的东西。
That one is off.
One thing I like about Tom is at the same time he's a player's coach. He's also got the confidence to take charge. That's important on a team with star talent like the Cavs.
Catching up on the changes for
基本
Oklahoma
上
City.
7几的数
He's
在
checked in for
原
Steven
厂
Adams.
的运动差不
Patterson
多
comes in for
3
George.
省到
And Alex
4
Abrinas subbed in for Andre Robertson. And he's good on the
都是
second.
wide open 的状态哦
And
，wide open 状态，
Tyloo not shy
我们终于
about
超过
holding
3成到
Chris
4
his stars accountable.
那如果就是跑这时更坚持啊，
He still wants his players' input, asking his guys what works for them, what they're comfortable with.
Sometimes when you want something done,
对，不跑战术
you
原
gotta
因
put
是在这
yourself.
边
That。dunks, the shot and the arm they need to really cut into that lead.
Well, Greg, it certainly got everybody on their bench up and off their seats and cheering.
Well, Kevin, you know momentum is a fickle thing. Sometimes one simple boost in confidence can change the complexion of an entire game.
The Cavaliers shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. And he makes the first. You know, Chris, LeBron took a lot of heat going to Miami, but when he played with the Heat, he said he learned a lot how to win there. And certainly the results show with 2 championships and 4 NBA finals.
The fans of Cleveland, they should be happy that he left, learned how to win there in Miami under a great leader like a Pat Riley, and came back and brought that knowledge to Cleveland and won their first championship.
最近裁判的一些判罚，但是最近又有一个那个。
That's it's close, but you know didn't get on balance.
最近那个不是最近今天的那个印尼队也是。
And it's really all about the evolution of Derrick Rose, finding out how to be more effective at this stage of his career. And you know, I think he's done a good job of not relying on his outside shot as much. Still can attack and get to the rim, and it's starting to lead to better results.
And Cleveland making a change here. Wade's checked in. For Rose, the outside shot was something that never really recovered after his injuries, Greg, but he is still a dangerous scorer without that tool.
One of the better finishers still at the rim in the league in terms of guards. His decision to go inside more helped bump that field goal percentage up last season. Not everyone can adjust their game, but Rose managed to do it seamlessly.
Chris, for years it seems that we've been waiting on that one season where Wade falls off and isn't an all-star level player anymore. Every year he comes in and is as impactful as ever.
That's what's incredible about Wade. He's done it for so long. In my opinion, one of the greatest 2-guard scorers ever to play. He he's changed his method of scoring. We all have to as you get older, but he still gets buckets.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Felton's checked in. And first time of the game called for Oklahoma City.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything done.
This is the dilemma as a coach. You wonder, do I need to call a timeout here? Do I need to settle these guys down? Should I let them play through it?
Steven Adams, he's checked in for Festus. Pass to Patterson. Patterson, the screen for three. Felton, a three-pointer is right on target.
On the pick. Team ball, great execution on offense. Everyone working together. You wish you could have that play.
James, the pass to Crowder. There's 37 seconds left in the third quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Zizic. Rolling around and rims out.
That's a great job to converge on him inside and prevent that easily.
It's Westbrook with the drive, and he got the whistle, so he'll have a four-point play opportunity.
And I love the confidence and energy Westbrook plays with. Just an excellent scorer once he gets good position inside.
Love check in for Zizic. And it's Wade. That time on the assist by Rose. 9 points for Wade. Thunder trailing by 8. Now here's Westbrook. 8 points for him. Abrinas kicks to Patterson. And stolen by James. With 1 on the clock. And up and in. LeBron's got 8 points.
There's no shot James can't make, especially when he's deep inside and has the D on the
And so it's Cleveland with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. The defensive work they've done against Paul George has been a big factor. He hasn't done anywhere near the kind of damage we expected. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
We're kicking off the All-Star festivities with a showcase of the best of the league's up.
Let's take a listen to a recent huddle from Coach Billy Donovan.
We know the right way and the wrong way to play.
3 quarters in the books, folks. Glad to have you with us. Welcome back as we get going. So on the floor for Cleveland, LeBron and Crowder, the tandem at forward. Thomas is out there with Dwayne Wade. And it's Love in at the 5, roaming the paint. Adams with it, guarded now by Kevin Love. He got right using that screen. And that's now 6 points for Raymond Felton. The Cavaliers leading by 8. Now Thomas. Wade outside. It's a pick by Love. Here's the screen. Outer dishes to Thomas. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. Tristan Thompson is checked in for Cleveland. Smith comes in for Dwayne Wade. Oklahoma City shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Thomas against Felton. Pass to Adams. He kicks it to Robertson. A three-pointer off the mark. Cleveland's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Love outside. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Thomas. The rebound by Patterson.
It's been a rough game for him, but it won't sting too bad as long as they hang on to the lead.
George passes to Felton. And there's the call on James. That's his first foul. Anthony's checked in for Oklahoma City. Stolen by Thompson. It's LeBron with the drive. That's it, coming off the assist from Thompson. 10 points for LeBron.
And James shows no mercy on his drives to the rim. Vicious and penetrating inside.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Guard it.
Oklahoma City making a change. Westbrook's checked in. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Billy Donovan's huddle with his team.
Oh, Paul George.
Shot from the perimeter, he told them we have got to defend the three-point line. Those threes are destroying us. We'll see if they can tighten it up, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Love with the screen on Anthony.
解封吧!
And the Cavaliers lead by 10.
Oh, never shy about going inside. Thomas may be small, but he doesn't let that stop.
Westbrook. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Love's got 5 rebounds tonight. Ron right side. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Love.
Oh, yeah.
And it comes off the front of the rim.
He gets the shot he was looking for, and he just can't bear it.
Here's Anthony. He trains the quick shot.
And the defense can only do so much when Anthony is locked in. There's nothing you can do to stop that guy.
Thomas against Westbrook. Thomas up top. Smith outside. And sends it back. And pushing it up here. Here is Oklahoma City. Anthony leading the charge.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
The talent in this league has it so that now pretty much every team can push the pace. You have to get back on defense.
And Thomas, here we go. Love kicks to LeBron. 6 on the shot clock. Thompson dishes to Thomas. 14 feet away.
Oh,
the assist from Thompson.
And now
that one probably
too far ahead. It's going to be nearly impossible to get back in this one.
That's why you can't let yourself get in this deeper hole. Very little time now to climb out.
Here's Roberson. Misses the 3.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Nice shot by James.
And that's a killer instinct on display as they try to put this one on ice.
Well, they've gotten serious, stringing together some game-winning buckets.
Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
Coming into this game, he'd been having a tough stretch. We all know that, but not anymore. He's back at his best, and I think it's safe to say that slump is over. Korver passes to Smith. So it's Cleveland taking care of business in this. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And we'll see you next time.
好，各位晚安了，拜拜。